If any folks have cell phones, we'll just remind everybody, make sure that they're on silence. Thank you.
There's plenty of seats if anybody would like to take a seat.
Can you sit down? She said we wanted to sit down. It was okay. So.
I want to welcome you all to come and celebrate the life of Jerry Brigham, who is my father-in-law. My husband is his son, Bill. Our family would like to thank you all for coming to honor the life of Jerry today. We really appreciate you coming out because I know he was loved by many. I know that Jerry was a son of God and he lived his life according to those values. From his hometown in Michigan to Florida, I don't think there was a person that he met that did not love him or have a kind, generous word to say about my father-in-law. He was born in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and married the love of his life, Peggy, of 59 years in Traverse City. Almost 60, but not quite yet. That's where they began raising their family. They had 3 sons, Bill the oldest, Bob, and Brucey. I say began because I think Jerry never really stopped raising his children, not even just his children, his grandsons and grandchildren also throughout his life, always teaching them different things or just about life and how to respect and be kind. And those, I think, are the really important things in life and how to grow up to be a man, especially for my son who has a tight relationship with his grandfather. I think that after the passing of Jerry that we're not going to really realize some of those lessons he taught us, but I think in his absence, small little things, snippets he's taught us all that we'll realize that he is still teaching us today and will continue to do so. Dad was a man, as I'm sure all of you know, of constant movement. Always up and doing something either around the house or helping others at home. I don't think he ever turned down anybody when they requested help to do something. Whether he had something on his own, he always took that time to help his neighbor, help a friend, a family member, anything to do something. He was the first one on hand whenever was needed to get the job done. I have realized over the years with Bill, and it would drive me crazy when they came to visit, that he always had to be doing something, and I think he was the most happiest when he was busy doing something. I specifically remember one time they came for like a 2-week visit up at our house in Illinois, and Bill and I went to work, you know, when you have limited vacation, and we come home, and our son, he was probably 12, 13 at the time. We come home and we have 2 big decks off the back of our house, and our decks are totally painted, totally redone. They picked out a new color and everything, and Bill and I just looked at each other, and that was just his way of showing his love for us and family. And it was a great night at dinner because joking around, our son Nicholas at the time was saying how he was a hard worker and all this, but Grandpa, you know, wouldn't let him take breaks and, you know, showed him the right way to do things. And we asked Grandpa if he would hire Nick, and he was pretty tentative about hiring his grandson. He wasn't a hard enough worker, I don't think, for him, but it was pretty funny. Over the years, and through my own knowledge of God, I've come to the conclusion that he showed his love as directed by us, that states in John 3:18, "Let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and truth." The list is long for the people that Jerry has helped over his 80 years of life, and that is a life, I think, that was well lived. He never complained, even if he was tired and not feeling the best. He would still go about his day's work and play. I will cherish forever the memories of fishing during our family summer vacations in Michigan and surf fishing during Christmas visits to Florida. I think the best gift he ever gave me was surf fishing in Florida, or fishing with the things. The banter him and our son Nicholas went back and forth. I mean, it was just kind of insane. They'd have these fishing contests. And it wasn't just who caught the most, it was the biggest, who caught the smallest, who caught the most different species. It was on. And then they would banter back and forth and rib each other all throughout the day about who was better than somebody, who was better between the two of them, the best fishermen. I think Grandpa kind of got gypped sometimes when Nick was little. I think he did more baiting of the hook and teaching than he did in actually catching the fish. But it didn't even matter if anything was caught that day. It was just the time that we spent together, that they spent together, and the pictures that I have of them out on the beach fishing. Grandpa's teaching his grandson, Adam and Nick, and his son, Bill and Bob, doing something they all love to do. Dad will be missed. From the weekly phone calls between my husband and him, they never missed a weekend chatting and catching up. I would always ask, what's new with your mom and dad, or what's new with your dad? I swear it was probably an hour conversation, and Bill's not much of a talker, but his dad surely is. To the weekly visits into Miami that will always be cherished by Adam. Fishing will never be the same for Bob without his father, nor will the talks in our kitchen table as they visit, or chatting, or joking around after we have a meal. He was always the first one at the kitchen sink, insisting on washing the dishes and ribbing me out of the way. Those will never be the same. I believe Jerry's bright light will continue to shine, though I see a piece of him shining brightly in each of his sons and grandsons. For Bill, his sense of hard work and honesty. Bob, his very giving heart, just like his father, never saying no when someone needs a helping hand. Adam sure has the talent of talk and gab, as I've heard over this week. Jerry could talk for hours with anybody and everybody. And Nicholas, our son, sure did inherit his sense of humor. Just wanted to let you know at this time, if anybody wants to say anything in remembrance of Jerry, you can come up and speak at this time.
I'm the spoiled wife. For me, I've got a lot to learn. I got to learn how to pump gas. And anything that needs. In the last 2 years, he's even helped so much in the kitchen, learned to cook, and so it's going to be hard, but with God, he can do all things.
Jerry was a simple person. I think he valued more his relationship with people than he did the things or simple things. He never wanted the attention, and this is the way he would like it. Friends gathering to talk about him in kindness. Jerry, son, husband, father, grandfather, you will be dearly missed, and may you rest in peace with God until we meet again one day. As we say our goodbyes, it gives us comfort that joining Jerry today in his final resting place are the ashes of his beloved son, Brucey, who passed away at the age of 6. I'd like to thank you all for coming, and it was a great honor to know my father-in-law. He will be very well. If we could all stand and now please say our 23rd song on the back of the card. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, thy comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will forever dwell in the house of